Kami, bye-bye.
Save
Bye,
it.
Kiki.
Save it!
Got it.
The game is called Between Worlds, a game where you travel between this world and the spirit world to speak to a past loved one. To play this game, you'll need a chair, a candle, and an object to remind you you're alive. Light the candle, sit on the chair, and scream the name of the person you wish to see. The room will become very foggy. The adjust man will try to convince you you're unalive. Should I play this game? The name of the game is Mama Puppet. Should you win this game, you will gain the ability to speak to dolls as they will speak back to you. You're gonna need a circle of salt and a random doll. Place the doll in a circle of salt and invite Mama Puppet to your house. Mama Puppet, I invite you in this doll. Once she possesses the doll, follow her rules. 1. Feed the doll. 2. Dance for the doll. 3. Put the doll to sleep. The doll remains in bed before sunlight, then you're successful. It should leave, it'll turn you into a doll. Think I should play this game? Heart this video, follow my account. The name of the game is Beetle Man. People say if you win this game, then you'll gain the ability to read minds. To play this game, stand in front of an old mirror, light a candle, flip a penny and say, Beetle Man, are you here with me? The mirror becomes foggy. Congratulations, you've summoned the Beetle Man. With the coin, you get 6 tries to play the game of heads or tails with him. Every time you lose, he'll ask you to say his name. Say his name 3 times and you lost. You'll be released from the mirror. Should I play it live? Heart this video, follow my account.
Facebook had to shut down 2 of their own robots because they started talking to each other in their own language. When whales reach an old age, they get weak and don't have the strength to go up to the surface of the ocean for air, so they drown and fall to the bottom of the ocean. Scary stories that will creep you out. A Reddit user shared a photo of a mysterious daycare saying they have never seen anyone go in or out. More Reddit users spoke up and said they haven't seen anyone go in or out either. One user said he used to deliver mail to the daycare, and every time he would deliver, it would always seem to be nap time.
These toys have a bit of a subliminal message.
Every one of these little cute things is exactly the same thing. Sounds like gibberish. But if you listen closely, they all have a hidden message.
The hidden message he claims they're saying is sort of right in the middle. So don't listen to the beginning, don't listen to the end.
This is the scary story about the funeral. There was a man named Mark who had to go to a funeral. It was at 4 p.m. and it was 3 p.m. So he was in a hurry. He got ready, got something to eat, and then went to the funeral home. When Mark got to the funeral home, he noticed that the parking lot was pretty full, and he thought he wasn't going to get a spot. But luckily, he got the last available parking spot. When Mark walked into the funeral home, he noticed nobody acknowledged him. Not one person even looked at him. This made Mark feel a little weird, and something just felt off. When it was Mark's turn to go up and look at the body in the casket, he instantly froze in shock. It was his body in the casket, and he was attending his funeral.
my brother and my mother go to Nigeria for a funeral. And Nigerian funerals, like, that shit's a party, fiesta, like day and night, just music blaring, 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 mad people. There's probably like 5,000 people there. And what are the odds one person's gonna know all 5,000? Like, I probably knew like 17 people there. People just show up for the vibes, for the food, for the music, like for the food. So we're vibing, dancing, celebrating life. And someone comes up to my mom and like touches her stomach and like starts rubbing it. See, if that happens in Canada, okay, the person's weird. You kind of just look at them funny and like, the fuck, leave me alone. In Nigeria, you better catch that person and ask them exactly what they're trying to do. Like, what type of curse did you try to put on me right there? So my mom's trying to grab her. Sis is weaseling through the crowd, into the crowd of 5,000 people, nowhere to be seen again. My mom forgets about it. We go on about dancing. So later that night, we're all chilling again. You know the vibes, you know us. And my mom gets super sick. And we're thinking like, oh, just like food poisoning, right? So she starts throwing up, but at a point she's like throwing up bile. Like it's bad, it's concerning. So someone calls my grandma, and my grandma, she missions to get there. She's pedal to the metal, floors it, gets to where we are in like 20 minutes, even though it's like a 45-minute journey. So the next morning, my grandma sees us to the airport, and at this point, like, my mom's still super sick. We're like pushing her in the wheelchair to try to get her from terminal to terminal, just trying to make sure we leave this country. Because a weekend, the heat, I was ready to roll in a snowbank at that point. So as the plane takes off, look over at my mom. She's looking a good 2 out of 10. As we fly over the Atlantic Ocean to get out of Africa, I look over at her. She's looking 10 out of 10. She's smiling, happy, joking around. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So then we get to Canada, and my grandma calls us, trying to check on her daughter. Like, how is she? How is she? My mom, she takes the phone. She's laughing. Ha, made it. So my grandma, super relieved, tells us that she had gone to an oracle maybe like a week before the funeral, and it was prophesized that a young lady would be killed or would die during the funeral's procession, like over like the week that the funeral happens. So as my mom got sick, everyone that knows of this prophecy is thinking. So honestly, my theory is that if we would have stayed in Nigeria, which was entirely possible because our flight got canceled and I had to pay $4,000 to get us a new flight the next day to get us out of that continent. If we stayed in Nigeria, this would have been a completely different story.